the one who speaks as Batman came to me, and he's like, you know, he doesn't understand, why he experiences the characters he experiences. And now, but he asks, who's the worst person? And as I looked at what was shown before me, and, what I've experienced in this world of being, apparently I am the worst case scenario. You know, there is a reason why I'm experiencing all that is around me. All that is going on around me, I have always at one time been bits and pieces of me. And, I've gained understanding of that. I've hurt myself. I've abused myself. I've used myself. I've manipulated myself. I can't sit there and say I've ever been anything that's good. All I can say is I get up every day to grow in love. Not claim a God or a religion or politics or, put branded clothes on me. And it's just, I must be the worst that there ever was if I'm in this world. Because when I see what is going on and what has been and will be, it's all represented me in some form or another. Who knows what I was before I was came into this. But when I woke up into this world, I didn't know who I was before this. I don't know why I was born into a cursed world. I don't know why I'm being shown all this, but I can't place or point fingers in judgment or condemnation towards anybody else of the worst character I've ever known. However, I can sit there and say that some in this world have hurt me more than others, and, I've faced abuse and all this, but I, I can't, place blame on, who the worst I've ever met except for to myself. Because I'm the only one I've ever known. I've known my situation, I've known my walk, and I know the truth of myself in every aspect. So I have to look at myself and go, what if it's me? What if all that is going on in the world for some reason comes from some inner malfunction deep down inside? And, after facing the truth of who I am, I really would like some clarity and understanding of how to be better. That's all I want to do is just grow in love. And, and I want to grow in mind, body, heart, spirit, soul. I want to grow. And I want my environment to be healthy and happy and wonderful. And I don't want to go through this turmoil. I want peace for all beings. I'm not, but I understand that each has been a piece of me, and at one time or another. Now, they could have all came out of me. That's what I feel, that I'm in this world. Maybe it's to detoxify or something like that, but that's what I feel is all that came out of me as I walk and grew in this experience. And that's all I can share with others is like, as you grow and you discipline yourself and you look at yourself truthfully in the mirror, you look at your reflections, you look at the world around you and realize that you are the worst person you've ever known. And as soon as you realize that, it's it's like a freedom to stop changing everything, because you can't change nothing in this world until you start with yourself, you know, and, you know, that's what I say, is like, I have to start with myself and, you know, gain understanding, gain patience, gain self-discipline, gain peace, love. You know, I have to be in accord with myself and not be in division against myself in order to come uh to, you know, be a heavenly state. And, you know, to all those spirits that come at me and try to come back into me, you know, I put them away because I don't want that. But at one time I was like all I see around me. It's just I put that away, and I'm not bringing that back to me. You know, it's real easy as you walk in this world or whatever world to relapse, or, you know, into a certain character or habit. You know, most in this world that I know is that when they talk about relapse or rehab, or they're always talking about a drug or whatever. However, you can bring those negative spirits back into you. It doesn't have to be, you know, a substance. And so as I put more and more away, they do come at me and try to come back to me. And I was like, no, that's not how I want to talk. That's not how I want to walk. That's not the habits I want. That is just not who I am. You know, one time, you know, I don't, you know, I don't know if it's backwards. You know, I don't know if, you know, I had those things in me or if I was taught. You know, I just know as I've grown that that has come out of me, you know, and as I've faced, you know, my reflection and different perspectives, I've put that away, you know, and, you know, even to the one that broke my heart in male form, you know, he was my devil. You know, he was just like me in male form, except for I was ready to, you know, I wanted to grow with my devil, and you can't do that. You got to put your devil away. You know, you got to walk away from it, which I did. And I say to those out there, you're not a victim. What you faced in human form, animal form, whatever, is a manifestation of what you once were. You know, when the scorpions come at me, that was just, you know, a manifestation of what was trying to come back at me. And I'm like, and I take those spirits and I, you know, I smack them back and I take them out, because I don't want to be of that mindset, that heart set, that spirit set, that soul set. I don't want to be of that body. You know, for the last year, you know, I've kind of relapsed and, you know, eating things that I shouldn't be eating. And of course, my body took a toll. And I didn't realize that it would bring me down so much, because I thought, you know, I could keep up. But the truth is, you know, even those tasty treats like Reese's peanut butter cups or whatever, when they're put in front of you, there's a reason, because it is your weakness. And what it does is it strikes your body. That's just like when you're on your device, you know, when I'm on my device and I'm, you know, I've got to watch certain things and put away certain things, or it'll attack my mind, because I know it's not good for me, or my heart, or my soul, my spirit, you know, and I'm so exhausted of the battle. And then, you know, there's ones that'll come to me and say that, you know, I should take off and I should do this. And I'm like, I'm exhausted in body. You know, when spring comes, yes, I'll sit there and, you know, grab a, you know, I don't want to, but if I have to, that's what I'm prepared to do, because I can't survive another Texas summer at all. I can't do it again. I've dealt with it enough. And, you know, it just keeps on, you know, that's what I sit there and say, you know, the tests, the trials, and the tribulations just fucking keep on. And I was like, I don't know, you know, if I put myself in this situation, but I'm ready for the door to open and for me to be lifted out of here, because I'm like, what more? You know, what more do I need to go through? You know, and I'm tired. You know, I am so fucking exhausted about everything. You know, and that's what they sit there and said, that I needed to grab a bag and just go. And I was like, well, winter's coming and, you know, it's going to be bad. And they're like, well, that builds character. And I was like, no, what that does is fucking just tear the body down, the mind down. Because after a while, when you're going through all those elements, you just get torn the fuck down. And that's what I've gone through so much. And, you know, that's what I'm finally facing is my bully. And I, you know, of whatever it is, I'm telling my bully, which would probably be myself, is I'm going to love myself, my mind, my body, my heart, my spirit, my soul. And I'm done with whatever it is, why I've been put in this world. I'm done. I am beautiful. I love myself for who I am. No, I've never been perfect. But as for, you know, becoming anything else, I am beautiful just the way I am. I am. And honestly, if I don't grow anymore in mind, body, heart, spirit, you know, if I don't, then I'm perfectly all right with who I am. You know, I am. I am. I'm okay with not knowing everything. I'm okay with, you know, at the level of being I'm at. You know, I know there's always improvement. However, I'm not going to put myself or hurt myself anymore to even meet my own criteria. You know what I'm saying? You know, sure, I would love to go to the gym and be able to kind of exercise and, you know, be able to move and, you know, have my strength. However, it's not about, I'm not going to be down on myself because I can't do that. That would just be a preference. But, you know, who I am now, I love myself for who I am. Because I've survived. You know, I've earned my stripes. I've grown so much and I've been through so much and I love myself. I'm not going to be hard on myself. You know, the other day I noticed in the mirror that I had like a little, you know, wrinkle right there. And, you know, I just looked at myself in the mirror and, you know, it's like, it's hard to take sometimes, but at the same time I smile because, you know, when you get, you know, your stripes, that's what I consider my stripes, my scars in this world, it's who I am. You know, being older in this world is nothing to be ashamed of. You know, being older in body or not being able to move a certain way is nothing to be ashamed of. And I'm not going to be ashamed of myself. You know, yes, I would love the tools and the food and, you know, what is needed to keep my body up. However, I'm not going to be ashamed because I grow old in this world and have blemishes and have stripes. I'm not going to be ashamed of that. And that's what I say to all out there, all, is that there has been none that have been in this world that have walked perfectly. And to whatever has said it has is a fucking liar. And I call that out. You know, and I say to the one that, you know, holds me down in this world, you are not my higher self. You know, you are not. I am my higher self. And every day that I get up and I grow, that's just me growing. There is no higher self. There is no lower self. I am who I am, and I am in this moment. And time is irrelevant. And when I sit there and say that heaven and hell will pass away, it'll pass away. And all will be is just me in this moment. All that'll be. You know, at one time I probably had a God, you know, and I'll keep on saying that I should praise or worship or whatever. I was like, no. Because all that would have been a higher self that I would be trying to appeal to or be to. And apparently that's higher self was never for me. You know, that was always condemning and judging and, you know, manipulating. And so that's not where I would want to be, because I don't relate to that because of what I've been through in this world and what I was put into. probably because of vanities. You know, because as I've gone through this world, I've thrown off the clothes of vanities. So, you know, and, you know, I'm not that person that was in that hell state, you know, that was divided and self-righteous. And, you know, I'm not. I'm just Wendy Dawn. I'm right here, right now. And yes, time is irrelevant because time is only a device of man and their kind. But I say that I leave both behind. I'm not interested in reaching what I used to be in any way. Not in a heavenly state, not in a hell state. I am who I am right here and right now. Now I will work towards a heavenly state as I am now. However, I know that what once was no longer, it's no longer there. And that's what I say to all, is that what you call gods are no longer there. They're not. Because all that used to be and what was a perfect state of being fell. It did. It fell because it was corrupted. Because darkness seeped in. And you know, darkness will always seep in because all will always want a piece of it until they've, you know, gone through it. You know, look, when I was younger, you know, I saw the images of smoking. And I saw those around me smoking. So even though I didn't smoke, I wanted to be a part of that. And you can be set aside. And I always thought if I began in a heavenly state that I would stay in it. No, if I knew what darkness was and I would have lusted after darkness, I would have went after it to have that experience. And I do. So I sit there and say there's not that state of being anymore, that I am who I am in every way, right here, right now.